Hello, everybody. I would like to start off with a very short story about uh, uh, this one person in the hills for whom an entire election system was created to be able to give him an opportunity to vote. So, an electoral booth equipped with a person as both owner and a security guard was put in place for this one single person so he can cast his vote. And this is a story from India where it just finished one of the largest ever election cycle in history with over 800 million voters casting their vote. For such a vibrant democracy, as you can clearly see, voting and giving an opportunity to every voter to cast his vote is taken very seriously. But there is one point missing here, as you can see. Indian democracy gives too much emphasis on your vote once every 5 years to elect a member of parliament versus your everyday participation in the democratic process or the democratic running of the country. So, what I would like to talk to you about today is one single party, which is a very new party called Aam Aadmi Party, which is trying to change this and try to get people to understand that democracy is much beyond just casting your vote once every 5 years and then giving the power away to one person to take decisions for you. It's more about you participating in the process of taking decisions for your society, for your country, and for the betterment of everybody around you. So let me start off with giving a very short background on what Aam Aadmi Party is. As you might not know, India is, I would say, is a pseudo democracy. It has not fully evolved into a democracy. If you look at the last 60 years that we have had in India, there has been extreme corruption, mismanagement of resources, lack of basic needs for people, exploding population. So overall, the country has not really benefited from what you call as democracy, or for that matter, even after capitalism being the central core for the last 20 years, Indian population has not seen the benefits of all those things. And much of this has come down to the whole concept of not really being a participatory democracy, being more of an electoral democracy. So there is this new party called Aam Aadmi Party, which emerged from an anti-corruption movement that galvanized the entire nation to fight and continue to demand answers from the elected officials about what they are doing to curb corruption and give good governance. But this particular party, which opened its offices in July 2012 and fought its first elections in Delhi in the late 2013, actually proved that you can make an impact by being a party of difference. So what this party says are some of these fundamental things are first, it needs to have a very strong anti-corruption legal system in place. So what they call it is the general power, trying to say that you would be punished if you are found corrupt, and will be swift and rapid justice mitigated, along with confiscation of your property, and loss of rights. So all of those things together compass as what you call as the general power. The second big thing about this party is try to inculcate the whole process of participation right in the constitution itself. So framing what you call as a Swaraj bill, saying that people in their localities, in their communities, have right to decide for themselves as to what they would like, versus relying on a bureaucrat or relying on a politician to decide as to what they should be having in their locality. For example, let's say a locality, a politician might say, for this particular constituency, I need 4 parks. and he might order the construction of 4 parks. But the citizens or the people residing in the community might think that no, we don't need parks, we need 2 schools, for example. So the decision should really be with the people sitting in the residing in the constituency versus a politician who is sitting on the top. So the Swaraj bill is essentially a concept of that, trying to say that we will hand power to them. And the third piece of that is just a whole part of good governance, is that not only giving people the right to choose what they want, but also to execute on that on their own, with having the bureaucrat actually be responsible for getting approvals from the people. So if a park is being constructed and the construction is completed, then citizens have to vote saying that the construction is up to their satisfaction before actually being paying the contractor or the builder who built that park. So that essentially gives accountability to the people who are going to actually use the services, and if those things are met according to their standards. So this is some of the basic fundamental things about the Aam Aadmi Party, which are entirely different from the 2 other traditional parties that exist in the country, be it the Congress or the Bharatiya Janata Party. And both of those are very top-heavy parties where decisions are always taken at the top by some of the people who have been in power, either because they are sons or daughters of some previous politicians or prime ministers of the country, or because they have come through an organization where hierarchical structure has decided how far they can go in their progress. So either ways, it's not a very inclusive form of governance. It's not a very inclusive form of structure that exists in any of these parties. I hope that the emergence of such a party in Indian politics will give a very new way to how India moves forward from here. And I feel like India is going to benefit a lot from having a party like this be available in the political forum for people to choose from and to connect with, and build their political careers and their aspirations as part of a country that they love to serve, without having to use muscle and money power to come into existence. So I hope this information helps you to kind of go and take a look at what really the Indian political scenario is like, and what the Aam Aadmi Party stands for and looks to do in the future. Thank you.